Going for a take, guys. Everybody hype.
This film is about the very real problems that exist within our world. The criminalization and the murder of earth defenders. Indigenous peoples who are dedicated to protect and preserve the natural world, their land, their forests and rivers. People who fight against environmental destruction. Earth defenders are the Earth's last lines of defense. And some have given their biggest sacrifice, their life. Indigenous peoples see themselves not distinct from nature, but as part of it. Nature to us is everything that gives us life. It is our very life source. And we treat it as such, taking only as we need, protecting it in the face of ongoing threats. Palm oil plantations, illegal loggings, gold, coal, nickel mines. All of these are connected in the extractivist systems that has painted the lives of earth defenders. Now is the time for us to go beyond that narrative, to start defining ourselves not by the problems that we face, but by the solutions that we can provide. Managing more than 1/4 of Earth's terrestrial surface, Indigenous peoples are the best stewards of the land, a fact that has been recognized by UN bodies such as the IPCC. Recognition of Indigenous peoples' roles and recognition of their rights are necessary. Necessary if we want to put a halt to climate change.
The indigenous voices need to be amplified. The earth defender voices need to be amplified because they're doing some of the most important work on the front line of our climate crisis, of our human rights crisis. We really wanted to tell a story about this and bring our craft and our skills to this movement. But of course, being from the West, we cannot tell this story and represent them. So we are working very closely with the indigenous community of Sunga Utik, collaborating with filmmaker Kynan Tegar to make sure that this is his voice, this is the community's voice. And we're here to tell this story with them, but making sure that they're part of every part of the process so that this story is told the right way.
I think these kinds of collaborations are really important. One aspect that was handled incredibly well here is just how they took into account Indigenous peoples and having it not just be a token item really, which is what's happening in a lot of different spaces. Having an Indigenous people there to say that, hey, you have this representative, that's something that didn't happen here. It was a very real collaboration where everyone was able to equally contribute to it, able to shape it to what they think is right.
I really love this collaboration. Jörg and I have been working together for a long time, but it really took Kynan, someone who is indigenous, to be able to tell this story, because it's not in our roots. So we really had to learn a lot, and in a way become students. I really learned about what it means to be indigenous.
We went through a really intense process with the community, doing multiple community meetings where the whole project was openly discussed. Everyone could voice their opinion, and if there was anything that they felt wasn't right or that they felt should be changed, we would listen to that and we would work with Kynan to adapt it. Throughout the process of working with them, the film became more unique, and it really became the Sunga Utik film.
I feel that we have to make bridges to better understand each other, but also to help each other. Like, we may have gathered certain skills in filmmaking or in storytelling, but we don't have the knowledge, or we are not owners of the story. So it's very important to exchange this knowledge and try to figure it out together.
For me, it matters so much that Indigenous peoples can portray their own stories because the world's narrated by far too few storytellers. We need that diversity now more than ever, just being able to see all of the different ways of life, ways of thinking, ways of knowing. that has its own merit to me.
And cut. Nabi! Wow!